I'm going to teach you how to file a memorandum of affidavit if you're an absolute beginner wholesaler. I'm going to show you the step by step, and if you stay until the end, I'm actually going to give you a copy of my memorandum contract so you can use it too. But Maximilian Deer, yeah, that's the YouTube channel you are watching right now. What is a memorandum of affidavit, or as you call it, a memo? Well, let me just say, guys, I'm not proud of it, but it's just business. I have to file a memo on average once every single month because I'm a real estate wholesaler and investor, and the thing is, I get properties under contract. And if I back out of a contract, guys, what happens to me? Well, I lose my option and earnest money. But if a seller backs out of a contract, what happens? Well, there's not much you can do as the wholesaler or the investor. Sure, you can take them to court, but no one does that. You're not going to go to some lengthy 2, 3, 4, 1 year, court battle. No, you're just not going to do that. So what we do to protect ourselves in this situation is we file a memorandum of affidavit. And what this does is it actually clouds title. Think of it this way. We file this really simple paperwork, which I'm going to show you in a second. And all it does is just put a little red flag on the property. And it records it at the county. And this little red flag tells the world, hey guys, there's someone out there, Maximilian Deer, has equitable interest in this property. He has a legitimate contract on this property, and no one else can buy it. So if another wholesaler tries to buy it, which happens to me all the time, sellers will back out of my deal and go with another wholesaler. Happens to me at least once a month. I go in, I file a memo, and now that seller can't sell to anyone without coming to me first and saying, Max, can we take off that memo? Or what happens more likely is the wholesaler or some other buyer or somebody comes to me. It's like, hey, Max, I see you got a memo on this property. How do we get it off? And then you have the negotiating power. You can say, heck no, we're not getting this off. I'm buying this deal. Or you can say, pay me $3,000 and I'll take off this memo. I actually did that exact thing. I made $3,000. I had a slap on a memo, got paid by another wholesaler, then he sold it to another buyer. I'm going to show you everything right now. But guys, need to mention one thing. Be careful filing memorandums, because if you do it wrong, you will end up in legal battles, tens and tens of $1,000s in penalty, or even worse, prison. Don't believe me? Let's hop over to the computer right now, guys. So, one thing, guys, if you actually appreciate this content, please subscribe. I do all this, content for free. So if you're appreciating it, subscribe. And also, how does my mic sound? I just spent $500 on this whole new mic setup. So let me know how it sounds. But guys, what we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to open up ChatGPT. And ChatGPT says there is 3 things that you need to check off before you file a memorandum on a property. The first thing is, y'all, do you actually have a valid contract? Do not file a memorandum if you don't have the property under contract and that contract is not valid. It needs to be signed by both parties. It needs to be a valid contract. If you do not have that, do not file a memorandum. You will get in so much trouble. The other thing, guys, is you just need to have good faith intent. If you're going and filing memorandums on people you don't like, or you just had bad intent into this deal, you manipulated the seller, well, one, you're a jerk and get off of this YouTube channel. I don't want to see you. But secondly, your memorandum's not valid. You need to have good faith intent. Now, the third thing, y'all, this one, no one really talks about in the industry, and I think it's an actual problem. You need to have the ability to perform. Now, this, it can be decided in court. Is wholesaling the ability to perform? Well, you better have a freaking buyer lined up. But More so than that, and I seriously recommend this. If I file a memo on a property, it is a property that I have the ability to buy myself. I will literally have the cash in my bank account ready to buy that house. Or if I didn't have the cash for whatever reason, y'all I'd have a lender like ready to go. I'd be pre-qualified with a lender. Like, I'm not slapping on memos on properties that I don't and I'm not ready to, and I would not to commit to buy myself. I need to have the ability to perform. Because if you don't have these three things, you can get in so much trouble. It's crazy to me. People are just like wholesaling like it's not a big deal. You're dealing with real estate. You're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're dealing with people's lives. So don't just listen to these gurus who are like slap a memo on everything. Slap some memos. No. Make sure you have those three things. By the way, y'all, if you are new to wholesaling, I highly recommend you check out X Leads. This is the best software for beginner wholesalers if you're trying to get all the features for the best price. Guys, I use this software. It's absolutely amazing. You can pull lists of motivated sellers. I'll show you here in a second. You can get free skip tracing, so you'll get their numbers for free in there, and then you get a CRM included, your own CRM to manage your leads, and you'll get free e-signature, and then within there, you can have a dialer and text blast them. It's all included. It's absolutely incredible. $49 a month if you buy annually, or only $97 a month, guys, if you do monthly. But here's the thing. If you use the code 10 off, you'll actually get 10% off. So use the code 10 off. You go in here, guys, let's choose a zip code. So we want to find a property that we want to get under contract, and hopefully the seller doesn't back out, and hopefully we don't have to memo this house. Well, here, we chose a zip code. Let's go in here. Let's choose, what should we do? Should we do pre-foreclosures? Okay. So then we can choose properties that are in pre-foreclosure. So then these properties on the right are going to come up. We can click here and like create a list. Or if we want to look at it individually, let's just take a house. Let's look at this house. Bam, right there. This is the seller's phone number. They're in pre-foreclosure. You can call them right now and get your first wholesale deal. No excuse. You could go make 10 grand right now. Just, you probably need a software like this. You don't have to have it, but it makes your life a lot easier. Okay, Maximilian Deer, I get it. You explained to me what a memo was. You explained to me, when I should file it and when I shouldn't file a memo. But dude, come on. You told me you were going to show me how to file it. Step by step. Make it easy. Okay, you know what? I will show you right now. This is what a memorandum in the state of Texas looks like. That's literally it. It is simply this one-page document. So here I put my county. Here I put my name. Here, you put the parties in the transaction. There, you put your contact information. And then here, you put the address. Then you put your information. That's it. That's it. Now, there's a few more things. Depending on your state, it may need to be notarized. Here in Texas, we have to notarize our memos. Also, then, guys, once you get this, you're going to need to file it at the county. Because the county's the one that's going to hold all the documents. You're not just going to sign it, because then no one knows that you have a memo, that you have that red flag on the property. You got to file it with the county, and that does cost some money. So I think when I'm filing a memo between like notary and recording fees at the county, I'm probably spending like $50. But it was worth it. It was $50, and when I filed this memo here, and I'll show you, I made $3,000. That's a pretty good ROI on filing a memo. Right? But you're just not going to go and file a memo on everything, because it does cost money. So what I do, guys, is I fill out this simple document, and then all I do after this is I email my title company. So I have an investor-friendly title company that I work with, and I stress this more than anything in this video, y'all. You need to have an investor-friendly title company that you do your transactions with. We have closed over 1,000 deals. 1,000 with Kristen at Grice Law Patent Title. She's absolutely amazing. Shout out to you, Kristen. So I filled out the memo, and this is what it looked like filled out. Y'all ready? Really, really simple. I put out a little bit of information. Don't want you guys stalking me. blurt out a little bit of information. And then we emailed Kristen, and she was like, oh my God, we got to file another memo. So she was like, hey, I'm just going to shoot you a Zelle request. And bam, they filed it. And did you guys see this? Oh, well, I cut it off. Well, she handled all of the notary. She handled filing, sending it over to the county. She handled everything. I didn't have to do anything. It was so easy. I just filled out that thing. It took me literally 2 minutes. I sent it to her, sent her a Zelle, done. I didn't have to get it notarized. I didn't have to go to the county. She handled everything. And that's why I stress that you find an investor-friendly title company. But if you don't have an investor-friendly title company, you will need to fill out this simple document. I would reach out to a title company to get the document in your state. So I told you guys I was going to give you a copy of my memorandum contract. And that's my word. I'm going to, give you this contract. And I'm going to put it in the comment down below. So it's going to be pinned in a comment down below. You can get this. Max, this is only for Texas. I don't maybe do deals in Texas. What I recommend you do, reach out to your or a investor-friendly title company to say, hey, I need an affidavit of memorandum. They'll send you their template. Okay? Then, whenever you have this situation, you're going to fill it out. You can ask them if they'll file it. If they won't file it for you, because maybe you haven't built that relationship, or maybe it's just not what they do, you may have to get it notarized, and then you're going to have to go and file it at the county. It's not a big deal. Super easy. That's it. That's it. It's honestly really, that's just that simple. But there is one thing I want to mention that I know from personal experience, because I have memoed properties, but I've also had my houses memoed. Weird story. But memos do take a few days to show up on county records. It can take 3, 5, 7 days. So during that time, your seller can sell to someone else. So if you are going to move forward with a memo and you have checked those 3 boxes, and if you haven't, well, I'll see you in jail. No, I'm kidding. But you should absolutely check those boxes. And by the way, guys, I'm not an attorney. None of this is legal advice, financial advice, like none of that. Like, go talk to your attorneys, go talk to your title company. I don't know. I'm just a dude who wholesales with really nice hair. But if you are going to file your memo, like, make sure to do it ASAP, because there is that awkward period, right? And then you can lose deals during that awkward period. So jump on your memos. Don't just be like, oh, I'll file it next week. No. Go and file. So guys, with all that being said, if you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my free real estate wholesaling community, the Wholesalers. Guys, it is the best Discord. It is the best Discord. I teach you everything that you need to know about wholesaling, and it's free. Thank y'all so much. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.